Hey friends, welcome back to the Planner Hoot. Today we're going to be moving into my large rose planner. It's the first planner that I move into every single month when I'm moving into all of the 4 planners that I currently use. So I've created this system that helps me stay focused and accountable for all of the goals that I've set for myself. And most importantly, it helps me create that work-life balance that we all crave every now and then. So I'm excited to get started in showing you guys how I'm moving into a whole new month. I will be doing separate videos for each of my planners so that we can go a little more in depth into my system and each part of my system, and also how I'm just really setting up these planners to make them work for me and my life in the current season that I'm in. So let's move into February together in my large rose planner. So my large rose planner, I know I've mentioned, is my monthly dashboard and like goal focused planner because it's the foundation of all of my other planners, since this is kind of the planner that feeds off to all of my other 4 planners, because it's really just kind of the big picture view of what I want to get done in the month. So let me give you a quick tour of how I have it set up. So the first thing I did, and I do for all of my planners, is I bring in the word of the year for myself, and I'll print out my little like vision board that I have on my desktop, laptop, and iPad backgrounds, just so that it gives me a reminder and I kind of have that feeling of all of my favorite things that I'm reflecting on every year, or throughout the year, should I say. And then my 2026 overview, to be honest, I really don't use. I'm going to be honest, and I did this like right before I started filming because I was like, oh, I forgot to put my anniversary, but I don't really use this page the way it's intended to use it. So maybe as I go through the next few months, I'll remember to use it. But the back pages of the planner, it comes with checklists, grid paper, dot paper, and I really wasn't utilizing them to the fullest of their potential just because I actually have the inserts already with those exact designs. So when I do need them, I will put them into the planner wherever I really want to use them. So in the back of the planner, they really didn't serve me. So what I ended up doing is I purchased the quarterly inserts that comes with this overview page, and then it breaks down. Let me show you here. It breaks down every quarter in these 3 columns. And so because I use this specific planner for quarterly planning, it just made more sense for me to add in these pages. So let me show you. This is part of that quarterly pack. And so it has the overview just of the full year. And here I'm going to be noting all of my milestones. So at the end of each month, I want to be able to look back and see, what did I accomplish? What actually got done from all of those goals and projects that I had planned? And I do color coordinate them based off of the life buckets of the goals that I organized for the whole year. That's just part of my system and how I break down my goals. And so I'll just kind of have a space where I'm able to have that full overview of everything that I'm actually getting done. So I really like this layout here. So the quarterly pack also has additional copies of the yearly plan. I am using the ones from the insert just because they are removable, but also because the back of this one is this design and this is what I was using. So I ended up removing the one that it already came with so that I can make sure that I just needed one actual year plan page. And then the back of this side is additional just dot pages. So I'm just kind of connecting it so that it flows for my back pages. But my yearly plan, the way I use it is I basically give myself a grade every single day, and then I'll have an overview of my performance as far as the effort that I put into my day. So I guess it's kind of like a mood tracker, but I just kind of like to be able to see if I was on it every single day, not every day, and then I can really reflect on why maybe those days weren't my best performing days and whatnot. So it's just kind of a scale for myself to reference. And then back here is the full brain dump of all of my goals that I decided to move into my planner. So this is where all of my 2026 goals are living in the Rose Planner. So everything that I do start in my brain dump book that I've shared, this is my brain dump book. This way. And as you can see, like I just take notes, I make plans, there's just a lot of things that go on here. But basically, when I go through them, and at the beginning of the year, I decided which of my goals are actually important to me and what I really wanted to move in. That is what I ended up moving into my Rose Planner. And these are the goals that I'm really reflecting on as I move from month to month. So it's basically a more organized version of my brain dump, and somewhere I can just be able to reference, every time that I want those little reminders. So one of the reasons that I really wanted to get the quarterly insert was because the column pages for each quarter was already done, and I was not going to have to try to create my own lines again and just write out things, where I used to just have one of the inserts that were either the dot or the grid paper, and I would just write everything down. But I just felt like this was already a lot neater looking, and I didn't have to worry about creating those columns for myself. But also, part of my goal process is creating timelines for those goals or those projects that I want to complete. And if I don't create that timeline, then in my brain, it's just something I want to do someday, versus now I'm holding myself accountable on a specific time frame to get that project or goal completed. So I am loving that I'm able to put them individually into these quarterly pages. And now I'm able to not just have them for each month, but I have note space as well, so that I can, have reminders or anything that changes, and be able to have an area where it all stays together. And that's going to be the same for all of the additional quarters. The other reason that I love this is because it's an insert, so I can definitely go ahead and just take it out and put it into the current month that I'm working on or moving into. So this is my January at the moment. So always, I start with my schedule first. So anything that's already committed goes on my calendar here. And then everything over here is my monthly focus. So all of the goals or projects that I'm going to be working on this month are going to stay on this side of the page. And for each of my goals, I create my task list so that this is what gets scheduled into my calendar after my actual committed schedule is already set in stone. So that's very simple how I have this set up. So let me move into my February. I'm going to speed through that, and then we'll come back here and kind of talk a little bit more of the exact layout. right, friends, so this is my February spread for my large rose planner. So what I always do first and foremost is I bring in my schedule. So besides my husband's work schedule, which I note in gray and green so that I know when he's off and when he's working, that's one of the first things that I bring in because I do focus on my workload around those weekends that he is working, if it's something I can get done and have more focus time on. And then anything that's already scheduled or committed, I do include on there and make sure I highlight it because I know that that's something that no matter what happens throughout the day, those are essential already. And those are also in my digital planner. And that's where I go and reference all of those appointments, deadlines, or all of my travel time. So I just make sure that that goes in first and foremost. And then I bring in all of the goals or projects that I'm working on based off the life buckets and what I've already decided that is going to be important for February. I go ahead and bring all of this in. I reference my brain dump just in case I either come up with another idea or forgot something, but I always reference my brain dump and then my quarterly timeline, as well as just like all of the brain dumping notes that I have in the back of my page that have to do with anything related to any of these life buckets that are part of that project or goal. Um, and the reason I do this is because it's easier for me to see this, but then I create the individual tasks under those projects. And that's where you'll see all of these little post-its come in, because this is where now all of these individual tasks are getting assigned somewhere in my schedule. And I still have that flexibility to be able to move them around if something comes up or the day doesn't go as planned. And I'll just be able to go ahead and get that little sticky and move it around and work on it somewhere else. So that's how I essentially bring in the tasks. So they're not just a list of big things I want to do, but I'm actually making a plan to get them done sometime throughout the month. Which then, of course, you get to check off or scratch out your list, and it's just very satisfying. Um, I always do include this next month sticky. And what this does for me is, of course, when things come up, I will go ahead and make a note here, but I also have a sticky on the following month so that if there's an actual appointment or deadline for this month, I'll make a note of it here so that it reminds me to move it into my schedule when I do move in. But also, I will house any of the stickies that kept getting moved around and didn't find a place. I will go ahead and put them into this section, or I'll write it in. That way you saw me when I was moving into my next month is I will look at this and see what didn't get done. And I'll also look at my list and make sure and see if I'm missing anything that didn't get scratched off. So this essentially becomes like one of the main things that starts moving into the next month. And I will include that in my list of projects, that if it has anything to do with those projects or goals, I'll move it into that area. But one of the things that I like to do is I move it in last into each of my columns. So for example, like this color schedule didn't get done in January, so I brought it in, but I put it at the bottom of my list so that I'm still focused on the main things and I know what was forgotten. And so it's kind of like your frog list, like you know that it got lost, but you have to do it eventually. But I still include it there so it doesn't get lost completely. I'm going to put this back here because I really do need to clean out my closet. So that's kind of how I'll move things that don't get done into my actual new month and then set a plan to get everything going. So this is why Rose is my foundation planner, because it's really, keeping me on track. I'm staying focused. And as I like move into all of the other planners, I know what I'm referring to, what I'm referencing, and what essentially I'm working toward. So it just makes me feel a little more organized and not as chaotic when especially I do have a lot of projects or things that I want to get done. So it just kind of helps me stay focused and making sure that all my planners are working together to get me to finishing everything out. So it's, giving me that direction of where I'm going this month and making sure I get it done. So this is my Rose Planner February layout. I hope you guys enjoyed my video and the process of how I move everything into this very simple layout compared to how it starts in my brain dump notes. But yeah, so in the comments, let me know what your February goals are. I'm curious to know what that looks like for you guys, and let's check in with each other and just stay on track. I will be moving next into my Nancy planner, which is my part 2 of my whole planning system. So if you guys are interested in that, there will be a link for the playlist of everything February of 2026. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day.